Podcast, you can't win. I touch black and whites just by stroking my chin. Tell Marva got a plan if he just sit in. And we can be the sons and thus fit in. Talking a good game, topics never lame. Conversations just the same, right before they left the brain. Seriously funny, but if you take us seriously, you end up smiling. If not, laugh hilariously. And every Tuesdays we're on the ones, so stay in tune before noon. It's the Podical Sons.
It's ridiculously funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us had law degrees. I am Marv, aka Ivan Drago.
And I'm not your average still alive Josephs.
And we are the Podical Sons,
baby.
Let's start the show.
Let's start the show, man.
Yo, how you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Surprisingly well, man. You know what I mean?
Good?
I haven't, the house hasn't closed in on me yet.
That's good.
I'm still, you know what I mean?
That's
I'll
a
keep
bonus.
my wits about me. Yeah, it is.
That's a bonus, man.
I think yesterday I took a drive out. So you know what? Let me just cruise for a little bit.
Windows down? It was kind of semi-decent.
Yeah. I had the windows down, the sunroof.
You know, the wind blow through your hair?
So just a
You
little
were
bit.
just trying to let your hair
Just a
down.
little bit, man. So, I just drove around and just came home. You know what I mean? Just for a bit. And it's funny because earlier in the day, I went for a walk. So I actually went outside twice.
Look at you, all going outside, waiting for the bylaw people to scoop your black ass.
Well, I figured as long as I keep my distance, I'm good. You know what I mean? I keep my distance, I'm good, right? And, we were talking about this earlier off air, but it's like every person that I passed, we just looked at each other and you're just one of these. It's like, I see you still surviving. Good to see you out here, you know what I mean? And
you gotta hit him with the Braveheart, man. You gotta hit him with the Mel Gibson. Freedom! I bet you they respond right back with that same kind of energy and stuff. I know!
Same energy,
They
man.
keep it funky like that,
walk
whatever.
past people like...
Yeah, man, because that's how I feel like
sign, man.
A lot of people and stuff, whatever, like, them being inside and stuff like that, and like the weather's not too 100. I think once the weather gets like steady, like some good temperatures and everything, like whatever, you can see more of that.
Yeah.
And I think you might see more of the bylaw cops and stuff whatever out as well, because they're waiting just to capitalize and stuff on everything, whatever. And I would recommend to the lovely folks and stuff at home, if you caught with one of your peoples that don't live with y'all better be a new couple. If it's two dudes, y'all kicking it, y'all better smooch it up, and y'all better be a gay couple and stuff for that moment. Lesbian couple, something.
Adam and Steve,
man. Y'all gotta make it happen.
Get it together, man. Get it together. Let me ask you this, because you out there on the front lines, you getting the information that's pertinent to what we need to know. The latest thing I heard is that sunlight has an effect to this. UV rays has an effect in killing this. Is this a consensus that's going around? Is this like is this being talked about, or is it just something that somebody put, one set has put research in, but not everybody is on consensus or on board with that?
It's not, I want to say it's not, at work, we spoke about it pertaining to SARS. SARS is a coronavirus. MERS is a coronavirus.
Right.
And COVID is a coronavirus, whatever, right?
Yes.
In certain type of environments and stuff, where there are certain type of viruses don't live that long.
Okay.
Now, when we were doing the testing and stuff, not us, but I want to say the world, like the WHO and everything, we're doing the testing for everything, like stuff like that, whatever.
Yeah.
They were doing testing and stuff, I think more in, I want to say, kind of like semi-first world countries who had the resources and stuff to test, but at the time frame was still winter conditions and stuff, whatever, cold conditions.
Right.
So, and a lot of times stuff in the winter or the cold times and stuff, you have brief moments of sunlight. Now, if they had a control area to say, like, this area of concrete, we're gonna actually put the virus on here and everything like that, and we're gonna watch and monitor it, whatever.
Yeah.
No such studies that I know of took place.
Got it.
Whatever, right? So now it can be possible, but I feel like a lot of those things and stuff are just like blurted conspiracy theories and stuff that are out there.
Right.
Because when it came to SARS is a respiratory thing, and in the warmer climates and stuff like that, whatever, things tend to live a lot less, and some things tend to live a lot more longer. It depends.
Depends.
It all depends on like the bacteria, the cell of whatever set thing.
Because I mean, it's and this is one of the things that that get people. It becomes confusing when you have the president stating it like, "Hey, this is a real possibility." I mean, people have been drinking bleach for heaven's sakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's weird. And I jumped
If
in
he
on a
dies,
post.
he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
Ivan Drago is speaking now.
I jumped in on a post because people were saying, "Yo, Trump supporters are mass stupid if they follow this dude." And
Natural
go ahead
selection,
and
man.
drink bleach and so forth like that.
So
It is what it is.
is that
right?
a problem?
It is,
So okay,
it is what
if
it
you're
is.
not a Trump supporter,
Right.
and the Trump supporters are all drinking bleach, you got less competition when it comes to the
You got
polls
less
later.
competition, baby. You got
If
less,
he does, he
you got
does.
Less competition.
That's what I'm. So
baby.
what's the problem? They ain't the problem. They ain't the problem.
I kind of feel bad though in a way because
How?
hear me out, right?
Go ahead.
If you've been diagnosed, right,
Okay.
and you're at the point where you could be possibly facing death,
True,
right?
true.
You want to live, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just the slightest chance that might be possible,
You're gonna chance it.
some people are gonna chance it.
And if they survive,
They survive. And if he
Good.
dies,
if he does, he does. Yo, but that's what I'm saying. My thing is this. If you're in the unknown, I say 1,000 times on this show. I say 1,000 times over and stuff. There are 5 issues I have with people in the world. No one listens.
yeah,
No one wants to hold himself accountable. Lack of love, lack of family. And everybody acts like they know. If you don't know, speak to somebody and stuff that does know. That's my thing.
That's it, 100%.
Simple.
I agree.
Simple.
I agree.
I'm not about to try fly an airplane without consulting a fucking pilot.
Yeah,
I'm not about to say I'm about to make the world's best filet mignon and everything like that unless I rock with a top chef.
yeah.
I'm not. So that's what I'm saying. If you don't know, you don't know. But people feel like it's a problem and stuff to say that they don't know. If you don't know, you're scared. All the above. I was with a loved one time and stuff, whatever. I was with them at the doc.
Yeah.
And the doctor explained that they had cancer.
Right.
And when the doctor explained they had cancer and stuff, I was like, oh shit. So I looked at them, and tears start coming to your face because that's the worst thing you want to hear. And stuff
Yeah,
whatever.
of
You want to hear a
course,
doctor
yeah.
tell you you have cancer because you affiliate cancer with death. Immediately. Immediately and stuff, whatever, right? So I'm like, let me ask the question since you're going through some things.
Right.
I asked a slow questions. The doctor's like, oh, you know a certain amount of things. I'm like, well, I'm in the healthcare profession.
Right.
So he's like, oh, okay. So I'm like, what are the options? And they said all the options. I'm like, yeah, you're not going to die. Relax. It's just, I know it's heavy to go with whatever, but because
Yes,
everything
yeah.
is caught early, all the above,
Right.
we'll deal with it and all the above. But
Right.
I'm like, had I not been there, and they would have probably took everything on their own and stuff, whatever, they probably been stricken with so much grief that they never would have asked any questions.
Right.
And then they'd probably, I don't know, hopefully they didn't drink bleach, gotta be like, they die. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't know, ask somebody who might know. And that's the thing with people today and stuff. I tell people all the time, you're not smart. Your phone is smart. This is a smartphone.
Oh, yeah.
You're not smart. When you have no data and no Wi-Fi, your ass is grass. People can't hold a conversation. I had a conversation with a dude the other day and stuff, whatever, right? I'm not into rock like that. I know classic rock songs. I know the classic pop culture rock songs.
Yeah.
And remember the Muppets had like the little old Muppet type of band and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's supposed to mirror an actual rock icon, which I didn't know.
Oh, I didn't know that
So
either.
like Animal, the wild drummer and stuff for there, he's supposed to mirror this guy named Keith Moon. Like Keith Moon is one of the greatest drummers and stuff of all time, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what makes Keith Moon so great? The guy who said it, he drew a blank.
Right.
Then the guy walks off, and then I see him later and stuff, and I'm like, did you Google that? I did. So I'm like, this conversation is null and void to me, because I'm like, you can't have a conversation unless you Google some shit.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, my thing and stuff is that if you don't know, what's wrong with him saying, I don't know?
Yeah.
You know Keith Moon is great, but you don't know why he's great. But you know he's just one of the top drummers. Keith Moon is great because he's one of the drummers and stuff. He was drumming before they came out with the hi-hat. So he's doing all the crazy drumming and stuff and everything. Like when now the drummers and stuff, they have the hi-hat and everything. So they don't have to do the most now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, that's what made him great.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Ask questions. Just ask questions.
Yeah.
Donald Trump isn't a doctor.
No.
His name is not Dr. Donald.
Not Dr.
His name is
Trump.
Teflon Don in my work because nothing sticks to him and stuff, whatever. He's from do a lot of bullshit and still come out with the orange hair leaning to one side.
He be looking peachy clean, man.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
He be looking good still.
You know, like, he got more duck lips than like some of the chicks I see online trying to get at the kid. COVID cuties, hey.
Hashtag
COVID cuties.
that bitch.
Hashtag COVID cuties. No, sorry. Smooth told me not to use the podcast as a jump off.
Yeah.
To me, COVID
Stop
cuties.
that, man. Stop that.
Okay. Is there a list of people that I'm not allowed to hit on or talk to? Or single people in general?
No list, just those who listen to the show.
What if they like what I say?
Well, then you can send them an autograph picture of yourself. And that'll be that.
Okay.
Yeah, we bugging, man. Listen, man. He's free. He's single, smart, intelligent. If you like what he has to say, by all means, man, find him wherever you can possibly find him. He out there.
Hey, boo. How you doing, boo?
He out there.
LL Cool J, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, lick the lips a couple of times when you do that. There you go.
There you go. Yo, let's get to the questions and stuff real quick. So let's talk about recap some questions of the week and everything. The questions during the week. Excuse me. 420. 420 was passed Monday. We recorded last show.
That's it.
419. Following day was 420. You say you smoke then eat?
I said I would smoke first. No.
You eat
then smoke.
Explain that to me now. Why? Don't you still get the munchies right after?
No, not really. Not directly after. Maybe it's like maybe sometime a while.
It was sometime more like 2 hours?
Nah, probably even more than that. Maybe 3.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, I eat enough to the point where I'm kind of good. I'm mellow after I smoke.
I smoke then eat, and then I turn into like an obese pit. I realized there was some Tostitos the other day, the little salsa queso. I fucked that shit up in one setting because I'm high and my hands had the motions to do this. So I'm like,
automatic.
Yeah, automatic. And then I'm talking to myself in my head like, "What is you doing, baby? Stop!" I pressed the bag away. Then it's like my other hand like, "Bring it back." It was like a DJ. I was like, ever. I brought it right back and still smashed it. I looked at him like, I ate everything in one setting.
That bag was finished. Finito.
But I feel like my taste buds they come alive though when I'm high. Like I feel like I just got I can taste every spice, every flavor, every all the above in the notion.
It's quite possible. Yeah, I mean, some stuff heightened senses, right? So I mean, it could possibly be one of those things.
Or not just regular munchies.
Yeah, shit just tastes better.
So okay, and the other question was do couples finances, are they together or are they separate?
See, and the answer for this kind of shocked me.
So months ago, not even months ago, a year ago, probably a year ago.
It's been a while.
Yeah, one of the episodes and stuff, whatever. One of the past episodes, we talked about couples sharing finances together and all the above and everything like that. And you were for it, all for a couple sharing finances and everything like that. I thought it was sweet. I always think that if we have an account we can do things together with, we're good to go and stuff, whatever. But I agree more so on your side than anything else and stuff, whatever. Now, granted, our fan base before to what our fan base now has changed. It's grown.
Yes.
It's grown. So the fan base
been
before,
diversified a bit as well.
You know? Before, they were like, they were all for you and stuff, whatever. This time, nigga, they're not with it. They're like, no. They're not messing with it, whatever. They're not sharing no finances and stuff, whatever. And I had some chicks and stuff, whatever, approach me and stuff, and they said, no. One lady told me straight good. She said, nah, man. She's like, she raised her daughters. She has daughters. Yeah. She raised her daughters and stuff, whatever, and said, like, yo, you're not supposed to depend on the man for nothing. He has his working money. You have your working money. That be that. What you guys collabo and stuff with and everything like that, it's good to go.
Good to go.
But if he can't do it and stuff, whatever, you're able to do it on your own.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I dig it. I'm still on the together side.
Yeah, I mean, once you come together as a unit, you should start thinking as a unit.
It's we, not me.
Yeah. And a lot of times, you know, it's okay. Here's the thing with me and my wife. When the money comes in, everything's prioritized, right?
Right.
So bills get handled first,
right?
Then after the bills get handled, it's whatever we need after that. You know, whatever necessities may come after that, right? After necessities are taken care of, it's whatever wants we may have individually, right? So it's never a money watching thing, because we're always spending with the focus on the group is being taken care of on a whole first,
right?
Then after that, we should be able to enjoy the fruits of our labor, right?
Fair.
So then with that being said, all the bills gets taken care of, all the necessities gets taken care of, then what my wife wants to buy for her enjoyment, that's her. I don't watch that. What I want to buy for my enjoyment, that's for me. She don't watch that.
Except if it's cocaine and prostitutes.
Yeah, it says cocaine and prostitutes, and I might be out the door.
Right. Fact.
But she typically doesn't watch that, right? So then that's how we just move. That's how we just function, right? Keeping in mind that we got a bigger goal ahead of us. And that's to make sure that when we're at the age of retirement, there's money there to go ahead and kick in and be a supplement to any whatever thing we're you know, whatever pension or whatever we're collecting at that point.
Right.
Keeping in mind that we have children, so we want to be able to leave behind something for our children to have a better start, just like my parents did for their kids, right? And with that being said, as long as that stuff is taken care of, I mean, whatever is clever, man. It's like, typically we do groceries, we'll use our credit card, which is a combined credit card. We each have the same credit card, but it's coming from the same account, right? But there's days where, you know, I'm on the road and I'm picking up groceries just out of my money. Because I never just look at it as just
your own money, so not separate from that account.
Separate from the account.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Because it'll be a situation where if I don't use that money to buy groceries, I'm most likely probably going to put that money on the Visa anyway to carry down that bill that was used to buy groceries.
Right.
You understand? So that's always been a thought in my mind.
There's some situations
we
where
move like a unit, man.
There's some situations and stuff, whatever. Like you have a few, I want to say, key things of divorce is finance.
Oh, 100%.
Whatever, right? And why do you think that might even take place and stuff, whatever? Is it because it's separate? Finances are separate or finances are together?
Actually, I think is
together.
I think it's probably coming into the relationship with poor financial habits.
So you meet a person who has bad spending habits and stuff, and you have good saving type of habits and stuff like that. You see, this might be a possible problem and stuff, whatever. You don't address it.
It's gonna be a problem because.
But shouldn't you address it from like once you notice it?
You gotta address it from the top. right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't address it, then it becomes a problem. It becomes an issue. But if you address it from the top, then you got to know. Once, okay, this is the goal in mind. This is, we're at A right here. We're trying to reach B. In order to reach B, these are the things that we have to now put in place and follow.
Right.
Right? So if that means you got to now change your habits, right? Or if I got to change my habits, then we got to come to that agreement that the habits must change in order to reach B.
True.
All right?
Facts.
You have couples out there that don't discuss that sort of thing. For some reason, I don't know why, but they just don't discuss that sort of thing. Or they come in it with the attitude, like you said before, yours is yours, mine is mine.
Right.
So now when you get together, now all of a sudden, no, yours is not yours, mine is not just mine. It's ours. How do we deal with it together? Because now we have to deal with it together.
I feel like I'm scared where if we're coming in together and everything, whatever, I know my capabilities. I know how much weight I can pull and stuff, whatever. You can't be too certain about the other person and stuff.
Yeah.
So where do you go from there? If you get like that kind of fear factor moment and stuff, whatever, you're like, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of good with my money and stuff, and this fucker over there with past due payments coming in the mail. You go to their house like, hey, boo, nothing. Sit down, I'm gonna fix you a plate. And when she trying to fix you a plate, you see a past due envelope stamped on and stuff, on a final notice is just stamped on her damn thing, and you're looking like, fuck is going on here? This might be my final dinner here. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Well, then at that point, you now gotta take it upon yourself to say, hey, look, well, if this is gotta go forward, now we gotta talk about some things and put some things in place, because I can't be trying to build me and build you if you're over there tearing down me and tearing down you.
I got a question for you. If you're about to start a new relationship and stuff, like you went past a little courting spot and you was about to say, you know what, I'm gonna make this person my Kobe cutie or my boo-boo, you know?
Yeah.
Your babooski and everything like that. Is it wrong to ask for a credit score? Yo, keep it real. Keep it real, though.
I probably wouldn't ask for a credit score.
You better bring that Equifax. Yo, I need that Equifax.
You need that
I need Equifax and I need an STD test, whatever, to know for a fact.
Those two?
I can splash up in you when I shoot the club up when I'm ready.
Yeah.
And don't worry about nothing but pregnancy.
Yeah.
And, yo, if I got to balance out your books and still hold down my books, it's going to be...
Well, the reason why I say I wouldn't probably ask for the Equifax right away is because sometimes it doesn't necessarily reflect your current situation.
Facts, but okay. 3 months. Every 3 months, it gets spiced.
Yeah.
It does an update.
Yeah.
Quarterly.
Yeah.
There's a quarterly update and stuff, whatever. So if you're dating this person and stuff, whatever, for like a month and a half to like 2, and you're like, baby, we should be an item. And you're like, you know, all right, yeah, fuck it. You become an item and stuff like that and everything. This conversation better happen pretty damn soon. Don't say, hey, what's your credit score looking like a year in the line? She's like, why? You didn't ask for this in the beginning.
But what's happening for me, I don't know if I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, within that month and a half,
yeah,
I'm watching certain things. I'm watching how you handle certain finances. I'm watching how you are with money, or how you think about certain things. Because that, I mean, just observation can tell a lot. You don't need a paper to tell you certain things.
True. But sometimes the paper and stuff does help, because in any case and stuff, whatever, if you go, okay, me, whatever, right? If I'm at post-COVID world, in the pre-COVID world, if I'm at somewhere, like at a woman's house and stuff, whatever, and she's like, I'm going to make you something to eat. I'm like, seems nice. Yeah. But it's not everybody want to eat from everybody.
No.
Right? She's like, I'm going to order some food. But I'm like, yo, damn, heifer, every time I come over, you want to order some damn food,
yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like, yo, this thing is dwindling off your money. Skip the dishes ain't cheap. You can get like a regular basic burger if you just drive up and burn the gas with some fries, and it's probably spend like maybe what, $5-6, whatever. But if you do skip the dishes and stuff, they want to charge you extra like $5, so your thing's like $11-12.
All right. So what's the first question you're gonna ask her?
What's your credit score? Yeah.
My first question is going to be, why you don't like cooking?
When she says she don't know how to cook.
All right. Now we're getting somewhere because guess what? We're not going to survive if we keep going out to eat and keep buying takeout shit.
So why don't you offer to cook then?
Well, these are probably going to be one of the solutions.
Oh, okay. So
I'm either going to start cooking.
You're saying it's warranted a conversation.
Of course.
Facts.
I'm either going to start cooking,
Right.
or you're going to take it upon yourself to learn how to cook. Either way, the whole objective is to cut down on outside eating because we're now trying to move as a unit. So the more money that we can keep in our pocket, the better that we are. So how do we do that? Well, we got to learn how to cut down on some of our expenses. Right. Well, how do we do that? Well, if we're eating all the time, why are we eating out all the time? Well, we're eating out all the time because I can't cook. Oh, well, shit, that's an expensive proposition. If we learn to cook, or if I start cooking, then we eat out less and we save more money. That's the goal.
Facts.
Right? So that should now be in place.
Right.
That is what that, you know what I mean, that those are one of the solutions that you come up with. But the thing is the observation, then putting forward the question, man, because you're right. You could be with Shorty for about a month and a half and probably have one cooked meal.
One cooked meal, man.
And then you just find out why. And she might tell you, no, I can cook. It's just I really don't have the time. So now it's because, okay, now how do we figure out how do we make the time? Well, since you don't have the time, I got time. Tell you what, instead of spending money on takeout items, spend money on groceries. It'll go further. Right. I'll cook. But the groceries are there, I'll cook.
Okay. Cool. All right. Last Saturday night to last Sunday, we had a grave moment and stuff, whatever, within the country of Canada about shootings in Nova Scotia. Thoughts and prayers out to the families of those loved ones that lost a loved one and everything, to a sick individual. We're not gonna name names. I don't think they're, like I said, I did them in the past before. I don't warranted the shooters and stuff like that for some sick, horrific acts like this. Yeah. Because I'm not giving nobody no steam and no energy and stuff, whatever, who do some straight, like, sucker shit like this. Whatever. So, thoughts and prayers to the fam and stuff, whatever.
And granted, the shooter is dead also. So, I mean, at this point, it's more of, you're more of trying to keep copycats from seeing this whole thing and
that's
saying,
what I asked. Like, do you think that this would inspire copycats? Because 22 lives were taken, right?
Well, I'm going to say the same thing that you just said.
Okay.
If you're not shining light on the perpetrator and more on the victims itself, I think you kind of remove that whole copycat element.
Okay. So what about, like, this guy went on a rampage for 13 hours. Shooting, burning down houses. It started when he beat his girlfriend. Right? So it started when he beat his girlfriend, then he went on a tirade and stuff, whatever like that. And the authorities were notified that there was a wild individual out there and stuff, whatever, but they never alerted the community.
Right.
Do you blame the authorities, or do you blame the,
I blame the authorities for not alerting the community right away.
Yeah, because if you told me that there's a sick individual outside doing some fuck shit like this, especially during COVID, I'm not with it. I'm just gonna be more adherent and stuff whatever to the house. Now, if I don't hear set broadcasts and everything, does that code itself under like the Amber Alert, emergency alerts type of thing?
I would think so. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to know.
I would think so.
Most of the Amber Alerts I get is about missing kids.
So that's what I was just about to say, right? We are a society that will put out an Amber Alert for a missing kid, even when we know that that there's a 90% possibility that missing kid might be with a family member that loves that missing kid, right?
Okay.
But we're not willing to take any chances.
Yeah.
You understand? We don't want to take any chances because we're not sure how far that individual might go. Right?
Okay.
Here's a situation where you have somebody who you know has gone as far as anybody can possibly go and is still out there as a threat. You don't put forth an Amber Alert for that?
That's what I said. It was kind of fucked up.
You don't put forth an Amber Alert for that?
I mean, well, you're gonna play in the realm of shoulda, woulda, couldas, and everything like that, whatever. Because if you did it, if you shoulda did that and stuff, whatever, you could have prevented so many more lives being taken.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, it's a tragic moment and stuff, whatever, and it's one for us as the survivors and stuff, whatever, to kind of live by and learn from it.
Yeah.
It's a tragic loss, but we have to learn instead of taking it as a full loss. That's the wrong L we should be taking and stuff as that, should learn from this experience. So that's what I was looking like. I don't know who to blame and stuff, whatever, in the situation and stuff, whatever, but mental health is a mother. Like I say it countless times and stuff, whatever, all the time. Like mental health is something else. Like, yeah, the guy beat his girl and stuff like that and everything, but something to, I guess, inspire or incite you in your head to say you're just going to go on a rampage and stuff and take random lives for no purpose.
Yeah.
Something definitely not right and stuff in the dome piece.
And it's, as the weeks progress, I mean, we're going to start hearing,
more and more through the story.
A little bit more of these details. Because, I mean, for one, dude had a legit RCMP uniform.
Yes.
So where does somebody get a legit RCMP uniform?
Yeah, that's a different dance.
This person had, like a firearm. Granted, you get a license, you can go and get yourself a firearm. But this was like,
especially way out there.
Yeah, but this is like, he had like I don't know if it was a high-powered rifle, maybe a semi-automatic weapon.
Something like that.
Neither here or there. I think the most important thing is that he had.
I don't think he had a semi. He had an auto. He had an AR. He had an assault rifle.
He had an assault rifle.
Yeah.
But I mean, the scary thing is that he had an official RCMP uniform, right? Granted, even with a fake RCMP uniform, you're misleading a lot of people into believing that they're safe. They could be safe with you. They could be safe approaching you.
Sorry for the folks that don't know. RCMP stands for
sorry.
Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
Equivalent to your state trooper.
Yes.
Equivalent to the state trooper.
Depends where they are. Whatever country you're rocking with, whatever, that's what it stands for and stuff here. Continue.
Yeah, so just, I mean, if you're in the US, imagine yourself being approached by somebody who looks like a legitimate state trooper, right? Your first inkling is you're not going to be in any harm.
Because you didn't do anything wrong.
You didn't do anything wrong,
correct?
Right? So could you imagine these people now? They just being approached not knowing anything.
Facts.
At the same time, I think when they said that when they were about to issue the warning, that's when homeboy got shot and was killed.
At the gas station.
How true that is, I don't know. Right?
Right.
But I mean, even if just ahead of time, if you knew, say, hey, there's somebody out there impersonating an RCMP, then you're looking at every RCMP as a potential threat at that point.
Absolutely.
And you're staying away.
Absolutely. See, I always feel like when it comes to this about them not notifying the public and stuff, whatever, it's like a double-edged sword where it can have a positive effect and it can have a negative effect, whatever.
Either or.
But do you just chance it, just hope and hope for the best?
Well, you gotta chance it and hope for the best, man.
Well, I mean, we're not the powers that be. So I mean, this is like the trigger question.
We're not the powers that be, but again, right? If you're saying to yourself, if the father, who you know is the father of the child, he picks up his son, daughter every Friday, right? Brings them back every Friday, right?
Okay.
A Friday comes, he doesn't return with the child, right? It comes over Saturday, Sunday. The child is now missing. right?
Right.
Although you know this father may be a good father and just might be at a point where, listen, man, you know, mom's been doing this, that, and the third. I'm just going to try and hold on to my child as much as I could possibly can and give my child as much loving as I possibly can. You also have to think that, hey, that person might also snap. So we are not willing to take that chance.
Right.
So whether it's left or right, we're going with the Amber Alert.
Okay.
I think that should have been the same approach taken, man.
I agree. I see it. I look at it and stuff and I scratch my head most of the time. I'm like, see, it's easy to say things from this side of the fence, but then when you're over there making all the money moves and the power decisions and stuff, whatever, it might be a different dance, whatever, right? It's kind of like, what is it? Is it The Last Dance? The MJ thing?
Yeah.
The MJ thing and stuff, whatever. Like before it dropped, he's like, you guys might look at me as a different type of asshole and stuff. I'm paraphrasing and stuff, whatever, right? And when I was watching it and I was hearing it, I was like, I don't like Oprah, right?
Yeah.
And I want to say, I went watching this, whatever, feeling like Michael Jordan was kind of like an Oprah type and stuff to me.
Right.
But one of these people and stuff, whatever, with money, right? I looked at Oprah like that from when I was younger. Like, you got all this friggin' money and you can't help your peoples.
Right.
And stuff, whatever, right? And then I looked at it another type of way where I think it was Young Jeezy said it. Young Jeezy's like, I'm in my hood every Thanksgiving giving out turkeys and stuff like that, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So he feel disrespected when somebody and stuff, whatever, don't say you don't do such and such and everything. He's like, the fuck you mean?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm doing some little, but if I'm not doing it a lot across the board, it's a problem because you're never going to make anybody happy.
Never.
Whatever, right? And to the Oprahs, to the Jordans and everything and stuff, you don't know who's in their ear and stuff, or there might be somebody buzzing off in their ear like, yo, Mike, can I get some free shoes? Oprah, I can get free tickets to the show.
Yeah.
And everything. So that's what I'm saying. To the powers that be, they have a lot of people some already chiming off in their ears.
Right.
And then they have to make an executive decision.
Of course.
So I'm like, do we kind of leave it up to them, or do we just kind of like police our own? Like if I see, let's say I'm looking out the window and I see somebody, stuff, whatever, doing some fuck shit like that. Like, oh, shit, he just shot that dude. That had nothing to do with me. I'm already in the wrong because I should be informing my damn community.
Yeah.
We are a community. We
Right.
stand together.
Yeah.
But if I'm just like, well, he ain't shoot me, let me close this blind real quick and stuff, whatever, that person is part of the problem. Because
Of course.
when it gets to that point where it's like, why didn't the police do anything? Or why didn't the police notify people and stuff like that, whatever, like, before it gets to the police, if it falls into your lap, whoever laps it falls into, let's just do it.
You know what that reminds me of? Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and Uncle Ben.
Great power comes great responsibility.
When
The robber.
he had the opportunity to stop the robber,
Right,
but he didn't.
right,
Right? That robber turned around and ended up killing Uncle Ben.
right.
Right? Same situation, just like how you mentioned. That person closing the blinds, you've now closed an opportunity to stop that killer.
Correct.
Right? You don't know who he's gonna go shoot next.
Right.
From who he does. And the saddest part is that person might end up being somebody you know.
True.
So then how do you live with yourself after that?
Don't know. That'd be kind of the jagged little pill to swallow. For me.
They always say it's always different when it hits closer to home, but when it's not so close, everybody just turns, you know what I mean, tends to just turn a blind eye to it.
Yeah, man. I agree. Yo, people, don't forget to, look into your mental health, man, because that dude was a sick-ass dude, whatever. Like, you can do mental health checks on yourself.
And listen, it affects all walks of life, because this dude, he was like a dental surgeon, as far as I know.
Denturist?
Denturist.
Yeah, he made dentures.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It happens to everybody, man.
Everybody, man. Nobody's immune to mental health problems.
But that's what I'm
Nobody.
saying. We have to find time to kind of unplug and everything like that. Like, go through some of these things and just take a deep breath and say, all right, you know what? Let me make sure I'm right. Like, do little mental health checks on yourself.
Shit, we see what people in Hollywood.
What about Hollywood?
We see mental health issues with people in Hollywood, and
Like
we're forever saying, "Oh, why they got problems? If I had that type of money, I wouldn't have problems." Nah, man, it don't work like that.
Very valid. Very valid. You have to be part of the solution, right?
You got to be part of the solution.
You have to be part of the solution and stuff, whatever. You know, sometimes you gotta help yourself and stuff before others can help you. And I don't know, especially like in this current state and stuff, whatever. It'd be a different dance and stuff, whatever. Oh, speaking of current state, I hope everybody and stuff is staying mentally strong. And for the folks and stuff, whatever, and I realize that that listen to the show. Salute to them and stuff, whatever. Somebody told me stuff like, you know, like the way how we go about it, it kind of frees their mind from all this other stuff, whatever. So this show was actually like a little free up, from like a little mental stress reliever and stuff and everything like that as well.
I'm glad to hear that, man.
Yeah, most definitely. Because I was looking at stuff like when they were saying it to me, I was like, yo, I appreciate that, whatever, right? You know, we're doing our part.
Yeah,
we're doing our part of stuff in the world because. Yeah, it gets kind of crazy, especially like doing the whole COVID dance, and then you add shit like this. So imagine the people in Nova Scotia and stuff that are like, they might want to go and show support to the funeral, but they have to keep COVID in mind and stuff as well, right? So, you know, for those that do, you know, use this show or shows like this and stuff, whatever, we appreciate that, to kind of free your mind, especially in these COVID times.
Definitely. I noticed we getting some little overcast out there. Can you just lean over to your your right, and just hit the switch?
Give us some lean over and some left, whatever.
Yeah, that's down. You might catch me and fade me, and we don't want none of that. But
thoughts and prayers to the folks who are affected and lost loved ones and stuff, whatever, to this COVID dance as well. COVID-19 is not a joke. R.I.P. Fred The Godson and many, many more stuff that passed within a week and stuff, whatever. No figures and notorieties and stuff, whatever.
For sure.
It's not easy and stuff, whatever.
Nah, and don't mean to cut you, but Fred is a good example where if your immune system is already compromised, you gotta try and do your darnest to just stay out the way. You know what I mean? Fred was somebody who suffered from asthma, and before this whole COVID-19 thing dropped off, there were times where he was already in the hospital back and forth, having to have the mask and so forth like that. So once he had caught it, it was just that much harder to even fight with the complications that he had, versus a regular person catching it without the complications.
But even the people, okay, so my thing and stuff is that, like you said, Fred is an example and stuff, whatever. I don't feel like people really give a shit. Not saying no disrespect to Fred, but I feel like people don't give a shit pertaining to until it hits home.
Right.
That's my thing. Until it hits home and stuff, whatever, right? Like, I have friends. I don't have any friends who succumb to it, but I have friends who have tested positive for COVID.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I have coworkers that tested positive for COVID and stuff as well. Right? Healthcare workers, just like me.
Shit, I just got hit up from my friend in Jamaica. Mm-hmm. His 87-year-old grandma and him both had it.
You see, and this is what it is. That's what I'm saying. This is what it takes. This is what it takes and stuff like that. Say you're not a Fred The Godson fan. Yeah. Say you're not like, what is it? There was an Italian actor who they couldn't leave the house and his sister died of COVID and they left her in the bed. Say you never watched a whole movie a day in your life with this dude and stuff like that.
Right.
It don't mean shit until it hits home. When it hits home, this is when people start to chime in and stuff like that and really start taking some shit serious. I guarantee you, all the people that went to those beaches and all that type of shit, whatever.
Yeah.
If they had a loved one that already got tapped with it, I bet you their ass would stay home. They would never go to that beach. Never.
Yeah, I agree.
Never. But that's what I'm saying. Until it hits home and stuff, whatever, that's when people realize that this shit is real. So like I said, I understand the dance stuff, whatever what you're saying, but I'm like, peoples, we don't have to wait till it hit home.
No, we don't.
We don't have to be, it's stupid. But again, it's natural selection. If he dies, he dies.
If he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
Like I said, the meme that I seen earlier this week was, two different pictures of the same man. The first picture was him sitting in a chair, reading a book in front of the TV. The second picture was him laying on a gurney, right?
Okay.
The caption for the first picture was, "Be patient." The caption for the second picture was, "Or be a patient." And
Be patient or be a
be
patient.
patient or be a patient. And how real is that?
Yeah, but people, it's real. It's real. If you don't need to go outside, you don't need to go. I want to say, shit, I utilized my healthcare perk twice this week, okay? Twice. I never been to Walmart so much times in my damn life since this shit popped off and stuff, whatever. I went to Walmart, I think like the ending of March, and I picked up some things. I'm like, I can't do this because I'm in I have to separate myself from people's, and I'm already exposed to the shit at work and don't know these randoms and stuff like that, whatever. And then I was like, wait, healthcare workers, we get a little bump the line? I flash my badge every damn way. Yo, I don't leave anywhere without it. So I flash.
Does this work anywhere around here?
I'm like, yo, straight goods. I'm like, yo, so it kind of separates me from the populace and everything like that, whatever. But again, I'm on an in and out mission.
Yeah.
I'm not there to sightsee. I wonder if I can price match some shit. Fuck that. It's in and out. Either you with it or you're not.
Listen, man, the last things me and wifey were leaving the house for was to do groceries, right? That shit ended weeks ago. We now order online, and it's gotten to the point where I think the last time we did groceries was because ordering online, the window we would have fell in to receive everything wouldn't have been on time. So we just had to bite the bullet and then go buy groceries. But I looked at wifey when we got to the grocery store and seen the lineup outside. I looked at her and said, "Listen, man, we got to be more cognizant of what's going on." So,
absolutely,
if we know come Thursday, groceries should be finished, then by Monday we should be putting in the order so we know we can at least fall in line for Thursday or Friday to receive groceries. Correct. So then we don't have to make the trip.
Correct. You're absolutely
you know what I mean? So
right.
now you really start having to put your whole mind together on how to achieve these things, and just stay distant.
Yeah, because I mean, everybody with a mask and stuff ain't sane. You know what fucking kills me? When I see people in the car by them damn self with the mask on.
Master.
I was like, I'm holding a mix. I'm looking. I'm like, who are you in the car with? Somebody must be laying out in the back seat. Like, you don't trust yourself? Do you sleep with a condom on in case you have a wet dream? This is stupid. Like, yo, I just look up like, fuck. I'm like, you got the mask. Yo, speaking of mask, let's talk about mask and everything and stuff for that real quick.
All right.
You rocking a designer mask or a homemade mask? You're not rocking the LV and Louis Vuitton? Supreme mask?
Neither. I'm trying to get something as close to official, if it's not official, as possible. Now, granted, if I don't have anything like that, I'm just not going outside barefaced. I'm not trying to go outside barefaced.
So you're not going
if I'm going where I'll be amongst people.
The populace.
The populace. If I'm walking down the street, chances are you won't catch me in a mask.
Gas station. Mask? Mask on, mask off.
Gas station?
Percocet. Mask off. It's the mask on.
Gas station, I tend to not go inside. I tend to do everything by the pump.
So mask off.
Mask off.
All right. Grocery store, mask on.
Mask on.
Picking up food.
What do you mean? Go out to pick up food?
Yeah, so you put an order in for the food and stuff, and you got to pick it up.
I haven't been in that situation.
Oh, you're not you X'd off those companies.
Yeah, I have everything just delivered.
You're a piece of shit. You don't put it into your damn community. You're a piece of shit.
No. I order from them, but I just have it delivered to the house. I don't leave to go pick it up.
What if they don't do the delivery thing?
Ah, shit.
You not fucking with them? You son of a bitch. And so
it's hard out here, man. It's hard out here, bro.
If they bankrupt, they bankrupt.
Listen, man. You know who I really This hit me the other day, and I thought about it. Homeless people who beg for money.
Okay.
Typically, before this whole charade and stuff like that, if I pulled up, if I'm just coming off the highway, 'cause, that's a usual congregation for them, right when you're just coming off the highway,
Yeah.
they like to just hit you at that stoplight, so they know that stoplight hit, and then they start they panhandling.
Yeah.
I would give them whatever change I have.
I'm gonna dress up over there one of those days. I want you, to give me.
Hit me up?
You need to get.
You gonna hit me up?
I'm gonna see your fucking truck. Be like, hey man, spare some change, bro.
I like to do it that way specifically because I know it reaches into the hand of that person. Now, whatever that person does with that after, I can't swear for, right? But I'd rather do that than to put a hands into the corporation where I never know where that money is going.
That fat lady from World Vision.
But since this whole thing has dropped off,
Yeah.
listen, I'm not even winding my window down, bro.
No, you can't chance that.
Because you just can't chance it. And I feel bad for these people who depended on that as their their form of living.
True. I see it. I don't know. So, okay, are you down to rocking a homemade mask?
If it's my last resort, if I don't have a regular N95 or just a regular, not even an N95, but a mask that I know is gonna help filter out shit, then a possibility. But I've seen some designer masks out there where people are putting them on and there's just gaps all over the place.
Right.
And I'm like,
No purpose.
what's the point?
Their point is they spend their money. If they die, they die. Yo, if y'all didn't ever see Rocky and stuff, whatever, these jokes ain't gonna slap, man.
Yeah.
Y'all need to go see Rocky when
Tell you what.
Ivan Drago whooped that.
Tell you what. Pause this right now. Go to YouTube. Type in Ivan Drago.
If he dies, he dies.
And you'll know. You'll
know exactly.
You'll
I'm
know.
gonna give two shits.
And actually, you probably won't even get the reference if you don't watch Actually, watch the beginning of the fight, because I think that's the tall tale signs.
Where he didn't give a fuck. He went to Moscow.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
He went to Moscow. He went to the beach.
You know what I mean? And in all honesty, he should have known what was up when he hit Homeboy's gloves like that, and Homeboy's hands didn't move.
Yeah.
Just like, and he looked at Homeboy like, oh shit.
I thought so too.
Oh shit.
I thought so too.
Maybe this might not be a fight that I'd be looking to win.
You see, here's my thing. When I was a little, to this day, if I watch a movie and stuff, whatever, and I see that it gets real intense early, somebody died early real quick. I look at him like, if I'm watching a horror movie and like the monster and stuff is already doing some shit, whatever, in the beginning or known, presence is known,
Yeah.
the movie's already intense. They die.
One more question off of that reference, and then we'll go back to continuing what we're talking about.
Okay.
Is it Apollo's fault that he died? Or Rocky's for not throwing in the towel?
No. I hold Apollo for that shit.
You hold up. Rocky could have thrown the towel and saved his life.
He should have held himself accountable by not taking his ass to Moscow. Rocky told his ass not to fight. What did I just tell you about accountability? He didn't hold himself accountable for shit.
No, you're right. But it's also your ring, man, to know if you're in danger to throw in that towel to save your life.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You sound like a woman right now, Doc. Yes, ladies, I'm being sexist. Some of y'all don't hold yourself accountable to some shit.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, two people can be held accountable at that point.
Yo, you trying to flip it back, whatever? Like, well, I died because you didn't throw in the towel. No, you died because you signed up for the fight. I said do not fight, and now because I'm itchy and stuff on the towel and stuff, and I'm like, do you want me to stop? If I stop it, are we still gonna be friends? Am I still gonna get paid? I got bills to pay with this fucking money and stuff, whatever. Are you sure? All right, fuck it.
All right. If my ass getting bust, and I'm at the point of near death, and you look at me, you throwing in the towel.
I'm jumping in.
All right, so there you go.
But you know what I'm saying? If you're a boxer and stuff, whatever, you're like, yo, I'm about to go fight this damn machine with human skin, I'm gonna be like, bruh, let me holler at you real quick. Let's look at his previous shit. Let's look at your shit. People are going KO in this motherfucker. Yeah. Your shit just both of y'all still standing and you're just the winner.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you sure that's what you want?
And this motherfucker came out of retirement.
See? No further questions.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, but like I said, like, here's my thing. I don't think there's no studies have been done as of yet about how much particles droplets and aerosol particles and stuff to decipher and stuff what can come through certain type of mask and not. There's no studies and stuff whatever, even with the regular surgical ones or whatever, right? The N95s and stuff whatever, you just can't get anything and stuff whatever, just kind of rebreathing your own air in there and stuff whatever, and you're kind of just pushing out some of that stuff whatever from coming into you, right? I think the homemade masks and stuff whatever, they haven't been tested. I think the idea is great. Like when we talk about future, making these masks and stuff for these places, and some people taking it upon themselves to make the mask for these hospital workers and everything. I think it's a great thing and stuff for that. But I'm like, you're making one unified, one size fit all. And I think the beauty of people on this planet is that everybody and stuff has a different look.
Of course.
A different face.
Right.
A different shape of head.
That's what makes us individuals.
Exactly. Part of individuality and stuff. So if you're making one size fit all and stuff, whatever, you can tell that when you go to the clothing stores and stuff, whatever, not everything is just, I guess, a size 6 in women. Is that the ideal shape for women?
I think so.
Something like that, whatever. And like not every dude is a big and giant tall dude. We run the My Image and Mafia stuff over here. So, how they're selling like these big and tall clothes, they don't fit for us. Everything's not fit for the person.
Right.
You're making things unified across the board.
Right.
It might not fit properly on my mask, like you said about the gaps and stuff, whatever, and everything like that.
Exactly.
It serves no purpose, right? There's so many, like, some of them don't even have, I think most of them that I've seen, they don't have like the metal plate to kind of fit for them to over the nose and the mouth.
Nope.
So, there's so much things and stuff, whatever. And like, especially with the fabrics they use, it might cut off oxygen to the body. Everybody's body might need different levels of oxygen and stuff for that. If you're a bigger person with asthma problems and stuff like that, whatever, you might need more oxygen, clean air than anybody else.
Right.
Not everybody in Mexico and stuff for that. Mexico City, I think where they have the highest pollution before, went to oxygen bars. They have oxygen bars for people who really needed oxygen and stuff, whatever, right? Not everybody. So everybody's different.
Yeah. What do you think the percentage is of those who are rocking designer masks are actually going outside of the designer masks to those who are just up on IG taking pictures?
What do you mean, like going outside with the mask?
Yeah.
No, they're going outside with them.
They're going outside with them?
They are.
Okay.
I seen a dude and stuff, whatever. Where did I go? I think I probably stopped to get gas. I stopped to get gas and stuff, whatever. And I seen the dude and stuff, whatever. And his mask said Supreme across the face. And the person who was on the passenger side with him, whatever, young lady, she had a mask and stuff that had like I guess little animated smooching lip motion was like, it had that and stuff on her mask and stuff, whatever. And I'm like, clearly, it took time to make those masks to put that kind of design and stuff on there, whatever. I'm not doubting their skills. Like they probably did that shit at the house with her, but I don't think so. And they're going out with these things and stuff with her because they were moving around like the way how they were moving and stuff is like, this is what it is. Yeah. Right? So, no. It's not just a cute house photo and stuff and that's it. It doesn't end there. They're going out in public with it.
Because I had to ask because I haven't physically seen anybody out there with it. The majority of the ones that I've seen have been on either Instagram or Facebook, and they be like,
"Oh no, they out here, man. They out
here. I mean, doing the most in this mask.
They got to spend their money, man. Remember, we over here living like Caesars and stuff in Canada. Granted, if you gangster and stuff, you living like a Caesar in America. You fucking with the Tiger King documentary, you probably bought you a Tiger Cub. If anything and stuff, whatever, you probably found a way to blow your stimulus money on some bullshit. So, I mean, like, you found ways to spend your money. Like, how are you spending your money considering every spending and stuff has become online? Like, you go, like, if you look and stuff, whatever, you say, you seen grocery store, electronics store, your case, a music store and stuff like that. That's all you see and stuff whatever. You have like 3 places to go spend. On the World Wide Web, your shit is endless.
Oh,
as long as you can get shit to you.
It's ridiculous.
So,
yeah.
How are you doing with your spending?
I'm still conservative.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just keep the same energy as before.
So you made that shit sound super political. I'm conservative.
I keep the same energy as before, man.
So you ain't buy nothing useless?
I bought the only thing that I would buy that I would consider
not
needed was sounds for my drum machine. That's it.
Selfish bastard.
No, this every now and then you gotta splurge. You gotta splurge on yourself. But I mean, otherwise than that, it's just been straight groceries. If there's something that needs to be,
I feel like that's the scale though.
Yeah.
I feel like you're not spending your money on this, that, this and that, and like this and that and like that and but you're spending money on food.
Yeah,
food is where it's at now.
Right, it's an essential.
It's an essential, but I want to say it's going to a point where like it's even like I think it's probably going more, whatever, right? Like even somebody is saying like the quarantine 15. I was like, one more time. They're like,
quarantine 15.
Yeah, so remember you got the freshman 15 and stuff, whatever. Where you put on 15 pounds. Somebody's like, are you shaming the people and stuff who are home putting on weight, putting the quarantine 15? I'm like, yes, I am, because in between all your late nights and your whatevers and stuff, whatever, you can watch a workout video.
Yeah.
Put that shit to use.
Yeah.
Your water ain't cut off yet.
No.
All that type of stuff. So, yeah, but I'm not super ashamed of it because I don't really care. Because I'm not like the luxurious people and stuff get to stay home. I can't wait to stay home.
You can't wait to get that vacay time?
Woo-wee. They shot down my birthday vacay and stuff real quick.
Wow.
I tried to hit like a little 1-2 quick finesse. I'm like, hey, just to let you know.
And they did one of these?
No, and like I slid it over. They looked at me like, you're joking, right? Is this an April Fool's joke, whatever? I'm like, well, my birthday is in April. Like, can I get that one day, though? You have to take it to the director. I'm like, the director?
Ah.
Really? So I did the same kind of dance. Hey, how's it going? Hey, hi, Marv. Hi, Marv. Social distance now. Social distance. How can I help you? I just had something to drop off. Shit, just put it right down the corner. I'll look at it from there. Is that vacation you're asking for? Yo, the lady shot that shit. Remember Duck Hunt? When the clouds came up with her? Poof. Like she put the gun right on the TV. Bah! No. Bah! No. That's exactly what it was. So I was like,
wow.
So, yeah. So I'm a little envious and stuff for her to you quarantine folks. I'm like, I don't think the weekends are sufficing. But when I get some vacation approved, ain't nobody seeing me. I'm going to catch up on my quarantine days. I'm going to have a Quagmire beard. I can't grow my Taliban type beard and stuff because I got to fit under the N95 mask.
You got to fit underneath the mask, which is not designer.
So, I don't know. I feel like, okay, let me ask you this. Do you feel like people have become more meaner during this time?
No.
No?
I don't think so. I think it's the opposite.
People becoming more nicer.
I think people are becoming more nicer.
So, okay, how do you think people were pre-COVID? Toronto ain't nice, let me tell you that. Even Drake said it. The 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up.
Nah, a lot of keeping to yourself.
Okay. And post-COVID?
Post-COVID, I think people are just happy to
still happy to be here?
Be here, happy to see other people out on the road.
They did not die.
They did not die. It's funny because you look out, perfect example. We look right out that front window. We look at a park right now that should be teeming with young kids. Parents, right?
Right.
It's bone dry. It's empty.
It ain't summer though.
Listen.
Okay.
During the middle of winter, there was kids and parents out in that park.
That's some different shit.
You understand? Making snow angels, sliding down slide, snowball, Fort Snowman, the whole nine. Listen. Parents with kids, active kids, need to have them doing something that's expelling some of that extra energy. But you look outside now.
Okay.
You look outside now. There's not a single soul. So when you walk outside and you see somebody, you're almost like, oh, Hey, partner. Glad to see you.
I might got that look because I go for little walks and stuff like that, and I seen this lady. It was the funniest thing in the world to me. I let out a loud laugh, and I know it made her uncomfortable. I'm walking southbound, she's walking northbound and everything like that, right? And she got one of those, I call them the granny baskets. You know, the ones on wheels?
Yeah.
Whatever, like, the wire ones?
Yeah.
So she's doing the ones and twos with the granny basket and shit like that. She see me, and like when she was a little bit further away, her mask was like cocked off like to her chin and everything, like whatever. And yeah, she was non-black.
Right.
I'm not gonna release her ethnicity.
Okay. Yeah.
Or what's the other word you see? Her ilk.
Elk.
Her ilk.
Her elk.
Yeah. So I'm not. But like she looked and she's like, shit. She's getting closer to me.
Right.
She pulled that mask up. So I was looking like, no, this heifer did it. Whatever. So I let out a laugh. I'm like, I was like, yo. So she heard me, and then I just kind of let it go and stuff, whatever. But that wasn't friendly.
But you're gonna have the one or twos. You're gonna have the one or twos.
And maybe like I said, like me, I'm more in a car.
Okay.
To and fro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Until I interact with them like grocery store or etc. and stuff, whatever. Other than that, whatever, I don't think I think this is even more. They're more meaner. The reason why I say that, because I feel like we know black people, we already master social distancing and stuff, whatever. A dude would tell you, back, nigga, give me 50 feet, real quick. Why you all about back, Get your hands on my G, like all that type of stuff. Whatever. So they've been practicing social distancing before COVID, right? So now I seen a dude and stuff, he had this shirt, and it said, if you can read this, you're too fucking close.
You're too close.
So I'm like, that's not nice shit. That's mean shit.
But you may be too close, though.
You didn't have to wear a shirt that says it, though.
To tell you?
Yeah, you didn't have to say...
Just say, hey, partner. Back up.
Yeah, sir, you're a little too close. And like, oh, look, we're all too close. And like, hey, I'm not going to tell you twice.
Won't tell you twice. Back up.
Okay, so tell me about people and stuff in your household and stuff there. Are they meaner or nicer?
No, we're the same.
Same?
Yeah.
Okay. Friends. That's not in your household.
Well, to me, they're the same. I don't think much has changed. Granted, I haven't been really interacting more so other than through social media.
Oh, so you're not even doing like a house party, a FaceTime, a Zoom, none of that?
Well, I would toss that in
With social
the
media?
realms of social media.
So you don't talk to nobody like that through social media?
Yeah, no. Well, I don't use house party or Zoom or anything.
No,
like
but
that.
so
I still communicate with my
not
friends.
text, but like video or something like that.
Yeah, video chat and stuff like that.
Because I can tell you one thing, whatever, like, how's life going and stuff, whatever, and it could be fucking like helicopters and knives and everything raining from the sky. Like, it's doing swell. Through a text message, I'm about to say, you a mean fucker, Smooth. You don't care about these people's well-being. You out here just like, oh, I'll send him a text. If he dies, he dies. Like, yo.
I'm checking up on him, man. I'm checking up on him.
A text?
Listen, man.
Yo, friend?
I wasn't a FaceTime person prior to this.
Why you get an iPhone for? Get an Android.
I got an iPhone for many reasons. But not to look at people's ugly asses.
This is your friend. My coworker, this is your friend. What TLC tell? What about your friends?
They're good. I check up on them.
With a dry ass text?
Yeah, no, we call
They
each
might
other.
get bit by Rex on their leg.
We beatbox, we call each
Wow.
other, we text each other, we make sure everybody's good.
Wow. Okay. So what about people? So I guess people in the world and stuff, you feel like they're nicer then? They're not getting meaner, they're nicer.
I would say the people who I've encountered
they're nicer.
have been nicer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Who I've encountered.
I want to say this. I would take the time and stuff and say this and stuff, like pertain to friends and stuff, whatever. Because the ones that are on quarantine, they're not healthcare workers. My friends,
Right.
and because they're not healthcare workers, they want to talk COVID. So I get them a time limit. I'm like, all right, we can talk COVID for 10 minutes. I'm gonna set my timer. Go. If they go past, like they go like 10 minutes and like 30 seconds and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
I already got a thing and stuff for that. I'm saying I'm already getting the tap out. I'm like, yo, my phone battery dying. Once I hit like 10 minutes and like 5 seconds, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have to hit you back. My phone battery dying and stuff. I don't want to talk COVID. I'm in COVID for 8 hours. I need some time and stuff to back away from COVID and stuff. Let's shoot the shit. We can talk some podcast shit. We can talk some real people shit when everything like whatever. But no. So I try to find a way and stuff to kind of steer away from it. And the ones that I do interact with, whatever, I feel like they're a lot nicer. Yeah. The reason I say that I feel like they're a lot nicer and stuff is because before people had so many things to do and everything and stuff like whatever, like, hey, Smooth, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going here. I'm about to walk into such and such. I'll call you back. Now you ain't going nowhere. Yeah. Be like, yo, what's up? Yo, one of my boys hit me and stuff, whatever, right? He's like, why you don't call me? I'm like, bitch, I'm the one out there working. Why you don't call me? He's like, you right, my bad. So what's going on at your job? Are you and your co-workers fucking? Is it Grey's Anatomy there? I heard you guys are stockroom smashing. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, things come up and stuff, whatever. I'm like, yo, I'm a fan of that convo. And I feel like before they had the time constraints of other things to do, now they in more luxury with more time. Yeah. And it's actually great. Like I always had this theory in my head when I saw those post-apocalyptic movies and stuff like the world was like shit. And the world was fucking clean and immaculate. I seen like things in Paris, no garbage in the streets, places, the park right here look mint and stuff, whatever. I might want to go lay on a swing and say like hashtag, something, but they might recognize my face and give me a damn citation. So I don't want no problems and stuff, whatever. But like I'm saying, like things look so clean and nicer and stuff like that, whatever. But I think like the average people in the world, like minusing friends and stuff and family, they're all about themselves. I went to go cash in beer bottles and stuff, whatever. I had tons of beer bottles and liquor bottles and stuff, whatever. Yeah. And I went to go cash it in and stuff, whatever and stuff. And when I went to go cash it in, World War III started instantaneously and stuff. And I'm like, man, I just want no one to fucking touch me. I was there. I'm like, I can't even use my health care, my ID work badge to kind of get a little perk in that, whatever. They're like, nah, bro, that shit's not valid here.
I don't fly here.
With these alcoholics,
yeah.
With these alcoholics and shit like that. So I'm there. And I'm like, all right, fuck it, damn. 2 minutes. I'm in line. I had a cart full of shit. One guy came like 2 minutes after me. He came and stuff. He's looking. He's like, hey. Can't move up? So I looked at dude, I'm like, you're not talking to me. He said, well, I'm talking to you and those other people and stuff. Like, you guys can't move up and stuff, whatever. The line is getting like, there's a gap going in the line. I'm like, it's called social distance, man. Yeah. Social distance. If you didn't want to be behind us, you should have woke up and came a little earlier. And I'm talking to him calmly. He's telling me to fuck off. So I'm like, I kind of turn my head and stuff like this. I'm like, whatever's clever. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the people's in the world, it's me.
But okay, when you give me that example, I just think of that person. I just think of stupidity and ignorance with that one person.
Okay.
And here's why I say that, right? Whether you stay a foot behind a person or 6 feet behind a person, you're still that next person in line. It doesn't change.
Yeah.
It really doesn't change.
Right.
So you could be 10 people all compact together or 10 people spread apart.
I don't like sardines like that.
It's still got to be one person going in at a time.
It is. So it's pure ignorance.
It's ignorance.
The black dude, Jamaican dude too.
Yeah, of course. we can be the most ignorant when the time comes, man.
Yo, okay, let me ask you this.
What, you just want to be closer to the door? Like this, it's the stupidity, man.
I guess. All right, let me ask you this. It's a power question I wanted to ask you from a bit. Can black people get over slavery?
Not yet. I think I think a lot of things have to be changed before we can just basically get over slavery itself.
Yeah?
Yeah. One of those things is the fact that we're still suffering consequences that remind us of it.
Give an example.
Well, the improportionate rate of how we're being jailed.
Okay.
Right? The way how police treat us, right? The way how the way how there's more of us in poverty than there's not.
Okay, so when the police and in jails and everything, you have a good amount of black police wardens, I guess wardens?
Yes.
In prisons?
Yeah.
You have a good portion of wardens and stuff in prisons. Policing wise and stuff, there's a lot of black cops.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
And what's the last piece you said?
Just I think it was poverty. Poverty.
So with the poverty piece and stuff, you got tons of white people and stuff on welfare, and other non-blacks and stuff on welfare as well as black people and stuff as well.
Right. Yeah.
So you have a collective and stuff, whatever. So you have one part like this and you have another part like that, right? Where I don't want to come off as a negative Nancy and stuff, but I feel like those things and stuff are partial excuses. Because my thing and stuff is that, like I said before, we lack togetherness.
Yes.
If we had togetherness and stuff, it would be a different dance, right? It'd be a different song and dance and stuff for that. But we're not coming together. United we stand, divided we fall. So if you're divided, you're easy to get scooped up to the poverty by yourself, to get dealt with by the police. Because if you have one cruiser with two non-blacks and stuff, whatever.
Yes.
They're not gonna come up to a mafia of people, like not even a mafia. That's wrong choice of words in this predicament and stuff like that. But like a group of 20 black people just walking.
Right.
The cops won't roll up on 20 and stuff like that because they might think it might be some other kind of thing. They might try to walkie-talkie for more people or radio in some more type of people.
Yes.
They might try to get a sense of like what's going on. Why is there so many people and stuff gathered? That be that. But in any case and stuff, they might radio for help to make it more. Because those two won't definitely come out the car. They'll be like, they're outnumbered.
Yes.
Because these people are together and they're outnumbered.
Of course.
We're still not together. So it's easier to pick us off and stuff because they'll outnumber us. If it's 3-4 cops,
yes,
2 cops, 1 young black man, he's outnumbered.
And you know what? That's great and all. And I would chalk that up as a solution for black people to get over racism. But we're not trying to get together anytime soon.
I like what you did right there.
Right? We're not trying to get together anytime soon. So now, so let's go back to the original question: can black people get over slavery? No, we're too busy with all these issues that we've now put in front of us. Even though, just like you said, the solutions for that
are there.
Right?
Yeah.
Are there. Now, we're still too busy focused on the problems. So while we're focusing on the problems, racism is still going to be an issue.
Facts. Damn, black people can't get over this. Shit. I gotta pull that question.
We gotta pull that question. We gotta pull that question for sure. 100%.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think a person who's like, the pro-black, like the Black Lives Matter type of peoples and stuff, the woke folks and everything like that, melanin magic peoples and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
You think you can be so pro-black that it can make them racist?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so.
It happens too much. Does it happen more often?
Actually, let me rephrase what I'm thinking. I want to say a lot of those who claim to be pro-black
are
actually racist.
Elaborate. A sponge on that for me.
Because you can be pro-black,
okay,
and still have, friends of other races, still associate yourself with other races, still how would I say it? Mingle, not
Mix, yeah,
mingle,
mix and mingle.
mix and mingle
Yeah.
with other races.
Yeah.
Right? But then you have some people who just don't want to have anything to do with other races.
Yes.
And then hide behind the fact that they say they're pro-black.
I dated a girl a few months ago before the COVID. She looked at me a type of way when I told her. She's like, "Oh, so you one of those brothers that just date anything and stuff with a vagina," right? And I was like, "Yo, I'm a fan if you into me.
Yeah.
If you're into me and stuff, whatever, and I'm into you, I thought that was just love. Like, you know, I thought that was all love. Doesn't matter if like whatever is clever and stuff, whatever, because you might not. I told her you might not find me attractive, but if another woman finds me attractive, I'm supposed to waste my time and stuff, whatever, and keep constantly trying to shoot a shot at you when I'm not your cup of tea, but I might be that woman's dream man.
Yeah.
So I was like, race is like minuscule and stuff to me and stuff, because I know I still rock with and stand with my peoples, whatever, right? And she went in and saying like, yo, she don't mess with X, Y, and Z amount of races and stuff like that because, and like she kind of lists, she's like, this demographic, like the Caucasian demographic is this, the Asian demographic is this, the Indian folks are like this, and she just went in. And I was looking like, wow.
It's funny because when they say so-and-so's like this, so-and-so's like that, so-and-so's this, that, and the third, what is it are you actually racist against? Are you racist against color or are you racist against culture? Because a lot of these things that you might be against or appalled to be with, a lot of them tend to fall in the line of culture and not the actual color.
That's a valid point. I think if I'm gonna be like, if I'm like, it's hard for me to be racist, but I think if I'm gonna be a racist, I would probably be a racist for culture, I guess.
If I'm racist, it probably most likely will be for culture.
Because like with the Muslim folk and stuff, whatever, a Muslim black guy will marry a Muslim Lebanese chick. Yeah. Because they're Muslim. They're still practicing Islam. Yeah. Right? So that is just part of the culture and stuff, whatever. Because that part of their culture and stuff is religion based, whatever, right? Religion based. It's not an issue.
It's not an issue. I mean, perfect example is Malcolm X.
Yeah.
He said he literally had to change his point of view, his way of thinking when he went to Mecca, and he seen Muslims of all races.
Right.
Not just black, not just Indian, but all races.
Right.
And he was like, shit, you know, I'll be over, in the US talking about kill Whitey. I'm here in Mecca, and I'm praying right beside Whitey. You know what I mean? So, like I said, a lot of times we're misconstrued with this whole idea of racism. It's not necessarily a skin color thing. A lot of times it's a cultural thing. A lot of times it's a religious aspect thing. You know what I mean? There's certain things that we tend to not like about a particular culture. And because of that particular culture may look a certain way, then now it becomes racism.
That's one way of putting it. Well put.
Yes, because it always goes back to I have white friends that act more black than black people.
And it's acting black though.
Well, thank you. Now, when I say acting black, I'm being wrong.
Right.
Because what I really should be saying is they're more adhered to the black culture. Than some black people.
Than the color. Gotcha.
Got it?
Yeah. Because I was about to say, I'm like, I always ask when people are like, oh, like you act like one type of way. And I was like, how are black people supposed to act? Like you put a black person and stuff in anywhere in the world, they're gonna just simulate to like what that world is and just still have a good sense of essence of where they came from.
Right.
whatever, right? Like it's just like the African people that we spoke about last week, and who are in China, who are like out there in China and stuff, whatever. They're speaking fluent Mandarin and they're African born.
And they're African born. Well, think about it this way. Let's say if you're a person, right? Let's say you Marvin Harvey.
Okay.
A person.
Okay.
Right? You like heavy metal punk music.
I do.
Okay. What is your crowd gonna tend to look like?
We're gonna go some Led Zeppelin types. They're gonna have long hair, don't care. Some slim Pat's Blue Ribbon drinking type people.
What's the majority of the ethnicity gonna be?
Of the mountains of Caucasoid.
But that's a cultural thing. You hanging with them. You're not hanging with them because you are them. You're hanging with them because you like the things that they like.
Right.
It's a cultural thing.
But your peoples will find it a problem.
Your people's gonna find it a problem because they were like, well, why you hanging with it? And then they say, oh, well, now they're gonna look at you like you're like, oh, dude, I ain't less black. It's just that the black people that I would be with, they don't like the shit that I like.
Valid.
So I'm gonna be over here where I'm accepted for the things that I like.
Go where you love.
Go. Social distance high five. Go where you love.
Go where you love.
That's a theme. That's a Podical theme right now because it's so much. It states so much. You go where you love, man.
Yeah.
And you be with who loves you.
Facts. All right. Let's tap into the question of the week.
Question of the week.
Question of the week is, do you get what you deserve or do you get what you negotiate?
It's a good question. I'm going to say you get what you negotiate.
I feel like that too. Why?
Because a lot of times you could be offered something, right? When there's so much more to be had.
Be like, can I get you something to drink? I have water, I have some juice, and then you just negotiate your ass like, tasting, I have a hankering for beer. You have a beer? Well, actually, I do.
There you go.
Negotiated for
you
the beer.
negotiated for the beer.
Okay. I feel like the negotiation thing and stuff, whatever, as well, whatever. I'm not a fan of get what you deserve because here's the thing. You have two options. You can wake up and say like some Tupac shit, fuck the world because I'm cursed, you know? Like some angry shit. And then when you go somewhere and stuff, let's say you woke up, left your house, commuted, and you got to work and everything like that, and you kept that same energy, like, you know, this is not your day, or you're angry and everything like that, whatever, and you're just trotting through.
Yeah.
And then you slip and break your leg or something like that, whatever, you twist your ankle and everything like whatever.
Right.
Somebody's like, oh, well, we seen how you walked in here. Serves you right. Right? But I'm like,
you deserve that.
Yeah, you deserve
that.
I was like, yo, did he really deserve that though? Like, you know, it's gonna be that just the vibe for the day.
Well, listen, a lot of times some people can get more than they deserve.
What do you mean?
I do a job, right?
Okay.
And let's say the job that I do
is great.
It's great, but the actual cost of the job that I do, if I break it down and everything, is worth $50, right? But the person who I do the job for is so impressed with what I did, they decide to give me 100.
Oh, they tipping you.
They tip me, so I'm actually getting more.
Hopefully, not sucking dick behind scenes to get the money. Do something strange for a piece of change. That's what we doing.
Tip for tip.
You ever see that meme with the fat chick? The fat chick, she's like, she drank the beer, she's like, tip for tip.
Tip for tip.
Yeah, I feel that. I got it, man. All right, let's hit them off for some Ask the Sons so that we can get up out of here, man.
Ask the Sons, baby.
Ask the Sons. The first one comes from Krillin with Dreads. I like this name. Krillin is a guy from Dragon Ball. He's bald headed as shit, but one time he grew hair. So the fact to say Krillin with dreads is funny as shit. Is spit roasting a cooking term or a porno one? I'm with porno.
I'm with cooking.
Who's spitting on the food while it's roasting?
It's the term that they call for the whole gear that spins the rotisserie.
That's pit. That's why the barbecue is called open pit.
Yeah, there's a barbecue pit.
But there's no barbecue spit.
But the actual mechanism that the meat sit on, it's a spit.
And when you watch a porno, if one guy's in the front, one guy's in the back,
Yeah.
and the chick's in the middle,
Yeah.
she's getting rotated in there.
Right.
So that's why it's a porno
That's
one.
a human spit.
Yeah, because they spit and lubricated it up. See, that's where it comes from. See?
Listen, man.
You have your side, and I have my side.
I ain't following your ass.
You have your side.
Because I Googled it, and I seen the damn rotisserie chicken. Yeah,
That's rotisserizing.
And I seen yours under the Urban Dictionary, so I know.
What are you trying to insinuate?
So I know.
What are you trying to insinuate?
My term
is right.
proper.
Man, screw your term.
Yours is the Urban Ghetto Dictionary.
Spit roasting. All right.
All right.
Keyboard King. How does one become better than yesterday? Slow and steady wins the race, man. You got to do a little bit to get a little more. If you do 5 push-ups today, do 6 push-ups tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do 7 push-ups the following day.
Yeah.
Every little more that you go further and stuff, whatever, you get better. Once you start going out your comfort zone, you get a little bit better each day. So you're better than yesterday.
Yeah.
Agree?
Trying to add something new to your repertoire.
Facts. Yeah, I agree. Do a little something new and
Yeah.
stuff, whatever, and see how far that gets you. She Wolf 876.
She wolf.
She Wolf. Not,
She wolfing
not
out here.
wolfing. Yeah, she wolfing. She probably in like in the January.
Mm-hmm.
What's the dumbest reason you broke up or stopped seeing a woman for? You go first.
I'm thinking about this. Dumbest reason I broke up with a woman for. I don't know. I know. I think I might be able to justify everything now.
Yeah, I got.
You got one? You got one?
Several thousand of them.
Don't ask what?
I cut a chick off one time and stuff, whatever, because I didn't like how she talked. And on paper, like when you put like this, if you feng shui out the high pitched shit,
Yeah.
she was actually a real good person, and she looked like she hot to trot and everything, whatever. But it was just like, this is how she's taught. Okay, normal woman I'm used to.
Yeah.
Be like, hey Mar, how's your day? Hey Marvin, how's your day today? Nope, fuck that. Nope.
Yo. I knew a girl like that in high school. We used to call her Squeaky.
Did you date her?
Nah, I didn't.
Okay then, all right.
She was cute though.
She was hot.
She was
All right,
cute.
see, no further questions.
All right.
Versus case.
But as you mentioned it gave me time to process and think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to stop talking to this girl because she farted.
She farted once?
She farted once.
See, I don't mind. Okay, why? Go ahead.
But you see, this was early.
Yeah.
This was like early, you know what I mean? So this is, because
The women you were raised around where they kept the farts to themselves.
right, and which is stupid.
Right.
Right? Because every human being
Farts.
every animal on the face of the earth farts. We know this. We know it's a biological function that happens, right?
Do goldfish fart?
They poop. They poop.
Probably.
They probably fart if they poop.
Okay.
So we know this, right?
Right.
So the fact that she farted in front of me should have been a turnoff, but it was. And granted, I was a teenager at the time.
Okay, so
You know what I mean? So it's
I see.
probably
I see.
more stupid than anything else.
I see it.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's more silliness than anything else. Yeah.
I mean,
But she had a farted, she had laughed like, hey, I'm like, you find that funny? You nasty.
So see, okay, on my mother's side of the family, minus in my cousin's son,
Yeah.
they take farting for a joke. Okay?
Right.
Most of them terrorist women and stuff, whatever, they're lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
And they'll drink a fucking Kahlua mudslide just to fart and laugh. So they'll do that shit for fun. So the younger you would probably would have left and hauled your ass right back to wherever the fuck. Whatever, right?
But you know what's funny about that? It's family. So I wouldn't be. I probably wouldn't have been offended. You understand?
Right.
Because you just letting loose around family. You don't care about putting no best foot forward or anything like that. You understand? But if you think about it,
you don't know the savages in my family.
I don't know the savages.
They don't give a. They don't give.
I'm scared to
Massachusetts.
I'm scared to go to Cleveland now.
No, they'll let one rip and stuff.
Oh, shout out to shoot, what's his name? DJ. Oh,
Marvelous.
No,
I
DJ
cutting
Marvelous.
up on the ones and twos and stuff, whatever.
You're good too. DJ Jack the Ripper, out of Cleveland, 95.9 FM. Shout out to you. You have my boys, Usual Suspects. He had them on the show. So thank you. Thank you for the support. We let him know. I said, yo, I got a cousin who's from Cleveland. As soon as this whole mess clears up, he invited the team to come down to the radio station and kick it. I was like, yo, this is perfect because win-win. We might be able to get a show out there at the same time, man. You know what I mean? Shoot two birds with one stone.
Thanks.
Shout out to DJ Jack the Ripper, man.
Yeah, man. I believe that's it. Hit him off for the Associated Sons and stuff, whatever, and then we can slide out.
All right. If you're arguing with ignorance, you may find it futile.
So say the Sons.
So say the Sons.
A wise man told me never to argue with fools.
Yeah.
People from a distance can't tell who is who.
Mm.
Yeah, you just got to save your oxygen, man. Not everybody's worth spending your oxygen on.
Not.
Right?
I agree.
All right. That's it.
That's it.
Once again, folks, thank you again for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love. Y'all be safe out there.
If you die, you die.
Yeah, don't be out there being part of the natural selection. You die, you die.
If you die, you die.
I'm trying to live, man. My birthday this week. I'm kicking it.
Listen, shout out to Atlanta, man. Hope y'all are just staying safe. Shout out to Florida. Hope y'all are just staying safe. I know these places have been opened up, but
Charles Darwin, baby, natural selection.
Please think about it. Use your noodle. A lot of things what we deem worth it ain't worth it, man. You don't need to go bowling, man. Y'all really don't need to go bowling.
Facts.
All right, man.
Peace and love,
Peace
y'all.
and love.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.